What's up, guys? Patriots here, and today we are playing some Call of Duty Black Ops. This is the domination on the map pack map Hazard, and I have a couple topics today. The topic in the title is about the new copyright law, and then it's going to just go into copyrighted music and downloading music and that thing. But right now, first thing I wanted to say is a plea to Treyarch. Please let me disable map pack maps. Like, I understand not letting me, unselect all the maps except Nuketown, like not being able to say I don't want to play Array, I don't want to play this map, so the only map I play is Nuketown. I get that, but why can't I go in to some menu and say, I don't want to play maps from map pack 1 and map pack 2. I only want to play map pack 3 maps in the regular rotation, because I don't want to play the map pack maps, but I do want to keep the zombie map there, so I can't delete it without losing the zombie map. And I don't know, that's just always got to me. Another thing, which has nothing to do with anything, but when I do commentaries after taking a while off and not doing them, I get out of breath and I can't breathe. Like, right now I'm struggling to continue talking, and I always found that funny. And this was a rather long gameplay, too. All my gameplays seem to be like 12 minutes long for some reason at this point in time. I got a couple new ones this weekend, and they're all ridiculously long. Anyway, into the copyrighted discussion, I guess. The U.S. wants to pass a new law that would make it illegal to stream copyrighted anything, I guess, basically. So, obviously, that'd be like movies, TV shows, sporting events, music, and then where it comes to us is in gameplay. Now, technically, I guess, I think, I don't exactly know, because all the directors kind of seem worried a little bit, but I think Machinima is covered. I think they're okay, because I'm pretty sure Machinima pays for the rights to use the games because they make money off of it. And it goes right at people who make money off of it. But basically, it would be so you would go to jail for streaming gameplay. So, if you hop on Justin TV and stream Call of Duty gameplay, if this law passes, technically you would go to jail, in theory. Now, what I don't understand is when companies don't want their stuff, posted and streamed, they take it down. But what this would be is that the company no longer has a say in it, just the government steps in and says, alright, you were streaming this, you're going to jail, that's the end of it. And I see it, I understand the law to a point, but again, this goes back to that, like, California video game law for selling violent video games to children. The law basically had said that if you sold a violent video game, which violent video game obviously is a very broad term, which is probably why the law didn't pass, it said that you would go to jail for selling it to them. Now, there's already a rating system in place. The rating system does not say you cannot sell it, it's a recommendation. Technically, I could, being 14, go into GameStop and buy the game. Would they give it to me? No, they'd say, you 17, 18, and I'd say no, and they'd be like, oh, well, too bad. But technically, they could with no repercussion, other than probably from GameStop firing them. But what the law had said is that the person would go to jail for selling it to you. Now, that law went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said, no, California, you're on drugs. Goodbye. Stop smoking that marijuana. We're done talking to you. And it went away, and it's all good. Now, with this law, what I think is going to happen is that it'll be revised, because the way it is written at this point is, you're going to jail for streaming no matter what, we don't care. And that's not how I see it. What I think is that game companies don't mind. So, they don't say games specifically, but they say any copyrighted material, and games are copyrighted material, so they fall into that group. So what I don't think it'll pass in the state it's in. Now, could there be more, laws against, streaming copyrighted material? Yes, and I understand why. They put, a lot of money into making the material. They want to make money back. I get that. But what I don't get, first of all, is why the government stepped in and said this. Like, shouldn't the companies step in and, go get some representative? No, Obama's like, the gods of Obama went in. We're like, yes, we want to do this. That makes no sense to me. And the other side of it is it has to be somewhere where the company can say whether or not they care. Because, like, Activision, for example, they love this. They love that we all post Call of Duty videos. The only time they don't love it is when it's leaked information, leaked gameplay before the fact. So, leaked Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, they'd be like, oh no, copyright claim. That's why Gold Glove lost his channel, that's why Machinima went down that weekend. that kind of stuff. But they love this. They love that we post gameplay. They love that we talk over gameplay. You know, it's free advertising, basically. They don't pay us a dime, and we do it because we love to, and we enjoy it. So, you know, I think that they need to change the law. Like, Rockstar, for example, doesn't like you posting their games, at least at the beginning. So, you know, yes, Rockstar could say, you know, dial FBI. FBI, this guy's streaming my video game. Go arrest him. Like, that sounds ridiculous to me. You know, maybe fines or something. Or just take it down like you're doing right now. Like, they make enough money, okay? Sorry to say it. And this is where we get into what I said about music and stuff. People who download music illegally, whether it's getting a YouTube video and taking the MP3 out of it, you know, taking the audio from it, you know, doing this, doing that. Let's go with my thoughts on that. Alright. Do I download music illegally? Yes and no. It depends on how you look at it. Say, Eminem has a new album coming out next Tuesday. And what seems to happen with his CDs lately is they get leaked about a week before. Much like Gears of War 3 and Halo Reach were leaked, you know, months in advance. They're single player. So if his album gets leaked today and it comes out next week, would I download it? No. I don't download it. Do I go around YouTube and listen to it and maybe download certain songs I like? Yes. But do I also go out and buy the album the day it comes out? Yes, because I do want to give him money. I do want to support him because, you know, it's effort. Would I love if you all paid me $5 every time I did this? Yeah. Are you going to? No. Do I care if you do? No. But I do understand him wanting to make money. And technically, we all have the ability to not pay for it, and that's where it becomes ridiculous. So, you know, I understand that probably 75% of us pay for it, then there's those others who don't pay for it. But what I think in that, you know, in that realm, I guess, in the music realm of things, is as long as you buy it after the fact of getting it for free, I think it's okay. And if a few people get it for free, fine. You know, it's not like they downloaded, like, say he has 10 CDs, or anyone has 10 CDs for that matter, and you downloaded 10 CDs with, let's just say they all have 10 songs, so 100 songs for free, yeah, that's when I have a problem with it. But if you know, every once in a while, you like, you know, a song and you don't want to go buy the song, like, fine. I understand you should probably go buy it because it's like $1 on iTunes to buy specific songs, and if you're not buying a $1 song, you're being a little ridiculous. But if it's, you know, leaked early and you want to download it because you like the artist and you want to listen to it, fine. I downloaded certain songs before his last album came out and listened to them, and then I went out and bought 2 of the album. Accidentally, but bought 2 nonetheless. What happened was on iTunes, I hit pre-order, and they sent me an email saying, yeah, it's go on your computer and it'll download now. It's available. And I was like, alright, fine. So it said, would you like to complete your album? Because I already owned Fastlane because it was released as a single a couple months ahead of it. And I was like, yeah, complete my album. Well, that downloaded a second copy of the album, so I paid twice. Whoops. Sorry. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Congratulations, you made more money. Congratulations, I paid for that one guy who didn't pay for it because he got it for free a week ahead. Do I wish that that didn't happen, that things didn't get leaked? Yes and no. Do I like leaks because I get to hear stuff or see stuff ahead of time? Yeah. Would I like it if we could live in a world where, you know, the stealing of stuff wouldn't happen so that, you know, the U.S. wouldn't try to put these laws and restrictions on everyone? Yeah, I would love that too. Now, the thing that could be a problem with this law is that what it could come down to is Machinima is the only ones allowed to post, which, you know, monopolies aren't a good thing. Nothing against Machinima. What they do is great, but if they're the only ones, not saying they would, but they have the ability to not care anymore, and they can throw out whatever because they're the only source, and they're the only person you can see it from, so you're going to go watch it because that's the only way you're going to be able to watch it. Which in that case, it becomes the monopoly where, well, no one's competing with us, so who cares? We're just going to put out crap and capitalize on it. Would Machinima do that? No, because they're good people and they understand how to do this, and they're not stupid, because they know everyone would turn on them and find another way around the government and whatever. But could they? Yes. So say there was a company just called Gaming Videos, that's their name, and they were the only ones allowed to do it, and, they're just going to put out, standard definition, upside down, playing in reverse, backwards gameplay just because they can, and they're the only ones who can do it, so you can't really do anything about it, and you can't be the one who says, well, I'm going to post HD, good gameplay, good commentary, and I'm going to beat you. You can't do that if, you're not allowed to, because you're going to go to jail for it. So, I think the law will not pass, at least in its current state. I think some form of the law will pass. Am I worried? To an extent, but I think that in the end, Google will be like, no, YouTube runs on this, everything, all these websites and companies that post videos would get hurt by this too much for the government to say, oh, well, we don't care about you, screw you all. I don't think that's how they're going to do it. Machinima making a lot of money in the past year, and they would be really hurt by this, and I don't think the government's willing to step in and be like, oh, fuck all of you. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Comments below on your thoughts. Please like the video. Follow me on Twitter, 44Patriots44. I'm out.